Alright, Woosley, wanted to make a quick video for you, well, maybe not quick, be as quick as I can, showing you a couple of different captain builds for destroyers, cruisers, battleships, and carriers when you get into it. Start with the Clemson, a typical American destroyer. So this captain is in the process of being retrained. I've almost got him retrained. I put a new captain in the Clemson, so all of his skills are a little squirrely, but this is my basic destroyer captain build. Preventative maintenance helps your guns, your engine, your steering from getting knocked out, which keeps you alive a little longer. Destroyer without his engine is a dead destroyer. Same thing with Last Stand. Those two I think are the most important for destroyers. Last Stand helps you keep your engine at least functioning even if it gets knocked out. It's damaged, but you can still drive. And, again, a dead destroyer in the water is going to be sunk very quickly. I either get torpedo armament expertise, which speeds up your reload time on the torpedo tubes, or I go with demolition expert. It sort of depends on whether you like throwing torpedoes or if you like trying to set ships on fire with smoke. American destroyers, I generally go with demolition expert because it increases the chance of setting stuff on fire, and the American smoke is great. So you can hide in smoke and try to burn things down. And then concealment expert is just a no-brainer. Anytime you get up to 4 points on a captain, gotta get concealment expert. That really helps you stay hidden. And again, a destroyer that's spotted is a dead destroyer. Other good things to get for destroyers are adrenaline rush, which is right here. As your hit points go down, your reload speed of everything, guns, torpedoes, speeds up. Superintendent's also a really good one. It adds an extra consumable to your smoke, your speed boost. Let's see. Basic firing training is really good. If you look at this one, it gives you minus 10% to reload time of your main battery guns with a caliber up to 139 millimeter. All of the American destroyers have 127 millimeter guns, so you can speed up your reload time with that. That's a good one. Advanced firing training, don't ever get that one. That one's kind of worthless for destroyers. Survivability expert is possibly a good idea when you get into the upper tiers. There's a few others that might work for them, but this is generally my first four. Preventive maintenance, Last Stand, either torpedo armament or demolition expert, depending on whether I want to be a burn it down or a torpedo it captain, and then concealment expert. Let's go over to cruiser. Let's see, Cleveland. Cleveland is a great American cruiser. So on this one, I've got a 15-point captain. Priority target, that tells me how many people are aiming at me. If I get more than one, I turn and run. It also tells me if nobody's targeting me, and I can turn my ship and give them broadsides and get all my guns firing. The other one that's good is expert marksman for the second captain skill with 2 points. You can just turn your guns faster, which is nice in a cruiser. As you're dogfighting or if you get close to a destroyer and you need to turn away, some cruisers can't keep their guns turning as fast as the rudder can turn the ship. So with this, I can keep my guns on the target while I'm turning the ship. Demolition expert's a no-brainer for the Cleveland. It loves to set stuff on fire. It's a light cruiser with 6-inch guns, so you just keep them firing and keep setting fires on stuff. Inertia fuse high explosive is amazing. I love this skill. It really helps. It adds penetration value to the high explosive shells. So coupled with demolition expert, you can get better damage and set more fires. Advanced firing training, I actually want to take this one off of the Cleveland. I don't think it's a good skill. I want to switch to something else, but this just extends your range. I need to drop it down to like basic firing training. Would not be great for this ship, but something like survivability expert or Last Stand or adrenaline rush, those are all good skills for cruiser captains. Let's go over to battleship real quick. Let's go, look at the North Carolina. Oh, my North Carolina commander's not in there. Hold on. He's in the Arizona. First, let's look at this sexy beast. She's a lot of fun. She's a great little boat. Okay, captain. Again, priority target and expert marksman are pretty much no-brainers. And then I like either vigilance or superintendent, so I can get that extra heal on a battleship, or I know the torpedoes are coming a little faster. This guy's 14 points, so he's got more of the skills that I like. Advanced firing training just gives you more range on your secondary battery. I probably need to take that off and switch to something else. But it also does help with your anti-aircraft defense. North Carolina is a great anti-aircraft boat. So when I do see carriers, I shoot down a lot of planes in this ship. Other good things to take would be high alert, because you get set on fire in battleships a lot, so the faster your damage control party comes up would be a good idea. Fire prevention, this one right here is a good idea because everybody shoots high explosive at you to set you on fire, so minimizing that risk of fire is good. Possibly maybe survivability expert, because that just gives me that much more hit points. So yeah, there's a couple of things that you can look at. I don't like incoming fire alert for anything. It's better to have priority target. Make sure if you hover over something that you read it, because there's some that are just for carrier, like aircraft servicing expert. You don't want to take that on anything but a carrier. Same for this. I don't think I would ever take this on a ship, even though it's designed for catapult aircraft on a ship. You're not ever going to need dogfighting expert unless you're in a carrier. Never want this except in a carrier. So you got to pay attention to that. Make sure that you're getting stuff that is applicable to the ship type you're playing. And then torpedo acceleration, I want to point this one out to you. This one's sort of weird. I would never put it on an American destroyer except for the gearing at tier 10. And I can explain that later, but it basically adds torpedo speed but cuts the torpedo range by 20%. American torpedoes are already really short range anyway. I might consider this for some Japanese torpedoes. Faster torpedo speed makes it harder for the bad guys to dodge them. They're also a good thing to have on carrier torpedoes because you can drop them closer and it doesn't really matter what the range is on them. So, hope this helps. And you can always ask questions. If you still want me to look at your account, I can do that.